This is deadass one of the weirdest cards I've ever reviewed yet. So Nuclear World is a normal spell card, and it reads you can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn. Target one face-up monster you control, that's the activation requirement, everything else is the effect. Destroy it, and if you do, special summon one monster with a different original type and attribute, and a lower original level from your deck in defense, but its effects are negated. So pretty similar to Downbeat, which is the opposite of Transmodify, but this time you can actually summon any monster with a lower level, not just exactly one level lower. It has to have a different original type and attribute, and on top of that, it destroys instead of tributing, which is a really important keyword. Since you have to summon a monster with a lower level, obviously you can't destroy a monster that is level 1, or an Xyz or a Link. It just makes a lot of sense, right? And of course, the monster that you summon off of the spell card is unfortunately negated, so unless you're summoning a tuner monster or a monster that has an effect when it's sent to the graveyard, you're not really going to benefit as much. Today we will be taking a look at two things. So first of all, the monster that can actually trigger when they're destroyed, and also the monsters that benefit off of being sent to the grave. Now this video did take quite a while to make, so I would really appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe, and with that being said, let's jump right into it. So first of all, this card is actually an N if you do, so therefore if you destroy a Yang Zing monster, it will not miss timing. Your Yang Zing would trigger and summon another Yang Zing, anything literally that is non-Wyrm and non-like fire, earth, water, whatever, depending on the Yang Zing monster that you're destroying, of course. You could be summoning so many interesting monsters such as Aquamancer of the Sanctuary to start your Brave Token engine and also get you a negate so you can full combo through Nibiru. You could be summoning Doppel Warrior if you're playing Syncro Turbo. 037 Wolf if you're watching this video, this one is literally for you. You could also summon Synchro Fusionist, another card that you probably love, and also Cody Angelov, literally one of your favorite cards out there. But yeah, Synchro Fusionist is actually pretty nice at searching you instant fusion. Brilliant Fusion, haha, rip ban list. Oh, and by the way, speaking of the Brave Token engine, you can actually normal summon Aquamancer in the Brave Prankets deck and then go Nuclear World to destroy it, summon a Pranket Fancies, because yes, it does have a different original type, a different original attribute, and a lower level than Aquamancer. So therefore, you can link it off into Meow Meow, trigger the Fancies, and full combo from there, which is kind of nice, right? So Prankets actually benefit quite a lot from this card, but not necessarily the Pranket deck, because I think it already has enough ways to kind of get its engine going, so if you can use this card maybe in Adamancipator Prankets, could be really nice. In Tri Brigade, it's also pretty cool that you can destroy just a generic monster and then summon a Kit or Nerval, link it off, search Karis, and then special summon it and do some pretty nice plays from there. In Dinosaurs, this is probably the most obvious, but if you destroy Petit Pteranodon or Baby Ceratosaurus, not only are you summoning an Overraptor and get a search, but you're also summoning literally anything else off of Nuclear World. Actually, it has to be a level 1 monster, and it can't be a dinosaur monster, and it also cannot be an earth monster. If you destroy Baobaboon, you can not only summon 2 Baobaboons from your deck, but also again, any level 2 or lower non-plant, non-dark monster from your deck. There are so many tuners that fit the bill, so many cards that actually have effects when they're sent to the graveyard, as I said. You can summon Aromaseraphy Jasmine by using the 2 Baobaboons, and then immediately tribute the monster that you summoned off of Nuclear World to trigger the effect of Jasmine and special summon another plant. Destroying your own Unchained monsters is also technically an option, but are you really gonna play level 2 or lower monsters in Unchained? I don't really think so, unless you're destroying generic monsters like Nibiru and then summoning like an Unchained from there, but I don't really think it's worth it. Same logic applies to the Cosmo monsters. Like, yeah, sure, destroying a Cosmo ship could be really cool, but then when you're summoning your pilot, its effects are negated, so it's really not that great. Oh, and by the way, when I said by summoning your pilot, I actually meant pilot from Nuclear World and not pilot from the ship, just in case you were confused. I suppose you could also pop Silver and Gold Gadget to summon the other Gadget monster, and then trigger that effect to summon another monster from the hand, and then of course Nuclear World would summon literally anything from the deck. The options really aren't there, practically nothing that you can do at this point, since again, the effect of whichever monster that you bring out are negated. Now, as shocking as this may sound, even with all the research that I did, these were really the only cards that I was able to find that were actually relevant. There were so many other cards that I actually technically found that you could either get effects off when you destroyed them, or that would maybe trigger in the grave, but they weren't super good or competitively viable. So if you think that I actually missed something, please let us all know in the comment section below. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts on this card as well. Of course, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.